Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the lecture of complex analysis. Screen is visible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
sir.
Okay, so in our lecture we have solved one example by using the definition of Mobius transformation, which is in our recommended book, which is a convey. Okay, now today we will solve the same example by using our first definition. That is, in previous lecture we have defined one definition of cross ratio, which is nothing but if Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 be distinct points in a complex plane which maps on W2, W3 and W4, then the cross ratio is defined as W minus W1 divided by W1 minus W2 into W2 minus W3 divided by W3 minus W, and which is equal to same as W. Here we have to replace Z. Okay, so this one is nothing but the cross ratio. We will solve the same example by using this definition. Okay, that is, find the Mobius transformation. Find the Mobius transformation such that S of 2 equal to 1, S of I equal to I, and S of minus 2 is equal to minus 1. Okay, so here we have given three distinct points, 2i and minus 2, and its images are 1i and minus 1 respectively, and from that one we have to find out the Mobius transformation. Okay, so here we will use the definition of our cross ratio. Okay, first it's a solution. Let us take this 2i and minus 2 as the points in our domain, which are Z2, Z3 and Z4. Okay, let us take Z2 as equal to 2, sorry, Z2 equal to 2, Z3 equal to I, and Z4 is equal to minus 2. Similarly, W2 is equal to its image 1, W3 equal to ith image is I itself, and W4 is equal to minus of. Okay, either we can take this one as a Z2, Z3, Z4, or Z1, Z2, Z3. Okay, so this will, its formula is nothing but, cross ratio is nothing but W minus W1 into W2 minus W3 divided by W3, sorry, W1 minus W2 into W3 minus W. As here we have taken the first variable as W, then here we have to take Z1, Z2 and Z3 itself. Since here we have taken Z4 as Z itself. Okay, so Z1, Z2, Z3, and here W1, W2, W3. Since we have considered W4 as W itself. Okay, now which is equal to Z minus Z1 into Z2 minus Z3 divided by Z1 minus Z2 into Z3 minus Z. Now just put the values of Z1, Z2, Z3 and W1, W2, W3, which implies W as it is minus of W1, which is 1, W2 minus W3. W2 will be I, minus of W3 is minus 1, which is plus 1, divided by W1 minus W2, 1 minus I into W3 minus W. W3 is minus 1, minus of W, and which is equal to Z minus Z1. Z will be as it is minus of Z1. Z1 is 2 into Z2 minus Z3, which is I plus 2. Z2 is I and Z3 is minus of 2, which is plus 2, divided by Z3. Z3 is minus of 2 minus Z into Z1 minus Z2, which is 2 minus I. Okay. Now, it can be written as W minus 1 into 1 plus I divided by, let us take minus 1 common, then it is nothing but minus 1 into W plus 1 into 1 minus I, and which is equal to Z minus 2 into 2 plus I divided by Again take minus 2 common, then we get minus of z plus 2 into 2 minus I. This minus minus get cancel. So here we get w minus 1 into 1 plus I divided by w plus 1 into 1 minus I, and which is equal to z minus 2 into 2 plus I and whole divided by z plus 2 into 2 minus I. Okay, so this will be our value. Now let us multiply both sides by 1 minus I into 1 plus I. So we get w minus 1 divided by w plus 1, and which is equal to z minus 2 divided by into 2 plus I divided by z plus 2 into 2 minus I, and into this 1 minus I divided by 1 plus. Okay, now let us take the multiplication of these brackets. Okay, these. So we get w minus 1 divided by w plus 1, which is equal to z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 as it is, into 2 into 1, 2 minus of 2I plus I minus I square, which is plus 1, divided by 2 plus 2I minus of I and plus 1. So which is equal to w minus 1 into divided by w plus 1, and which is equal to z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 and into 2 plus 1, which is 3 minus of 2I plus I minus of I, now which is divided by 2 plus 1 3 and my 2I minus I, which is plus I. Okay, so here we get w minus 1 divided by w plus 1 is equal to z minus 2 into 3 minus I divided by z plus 2 into 3 plus I. Okay, now just solve this one, multiply by rationalizing. Here multiply and divide by 3 minus I, so which is equal to z minus 2 divided by z plus 2, and which is into 3 minus I divided by 3 plus I and into 3 minus I divided by 3 minus I, so which is equal to z minus 2 divided by z plus 2. This is actually nothing but a 3 minus I bracket square. 3 minus I bracket square is nothing but 9 plus I square. Plus I square is minus of 1 and minus of 2 into 3, 6I divided by a minus b, a plus b, a square minus b square, which is 9 minus I square. I square will be minus 1 minus of minus plus 1. So which is equal to z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 into 9 minus 1, 8, 8 minus 6I divided by 9 plus 1, which is 10. So w minus 1 divided by w plus 1, which is equal to z minus 2 divided by z plus 2 into 8 minus 6I divided by 10. Let us take 2 common. If we take 2 common, then it becomes 4 minus of 3I divided by 5. So which is nothing but 5 into w minus 1 into z plus 2, which is equal to w plus 1 into z minus 2 into 4 minus of 3I, which implies 5w minus of 5 into z plus 2, which is equal to, okay, let us multiply these first two brackets, then we get w plus 1 into z minus 1, wz minus of 2w plus z minus of 2 into 4 minus of 3. Okay, so which is equal to, now 5wz plus 10w minus of 5z minus of 10, which is equal to 4wz minus of 8w plus 4z minus of 8 minus of 3iwz wz minus of minus plus 6 iw minus of 3 iz plus 6i. Okay, 4wz minus of 8w minus of 3i wz. Okay, now this 5wz minus of 4wz is wz, 8w minus of 8w plus 2w, 18 sorry 10w, and here plus, which is nothing but 18 of w, minus of 5z plus 4 minus of minus of 9z. Okay, minus of 10 minus of 10 plus 8, which is minus of 2, which is equal to this 4wz is already there, this one is this one, this one. Now the remaining terms are minus of 3iwz plus 6iw minus of 3iz plus 6i. Okay, let us take the w term on one side, which is nothing but wz plus 18w plus 3i wz plus 6i w, which is equal to minus of 6i w, and which is equal to 9z plus 6i w minus of 3iz plus 6i plus, okay, 9z minus of 3iz plus 6, I think iw is already there, 6i plus 2. Since 6iw is already taken on this side, then here there is only term 9z minus of 3iwz. Okay, sorry, 3iz only, w, all the terms of w are on right hand side. Okay, so which is equal to, let us take w common, then we get z plus 18 plus 3iz minus of 6i, which is equal to, if we take the 3z common from first one, then we get 3z, 3 minus I plus 6i plus 2. Let us take 2 common, then here we get 1 plus 3i. Okay, which is nothing but 1 plus 3i, which implies w into, if we take the z common, then here it becomes 1 plus 3i plus 6 common, then it becomes 3 minus of I, and which is equal to 3z into 3 minus I plus 2 into 1 plus 3i. Okay, so which implies w is equal to 3 into 3 minus I into z plus 2 into 1 plus 3i, and whole divided by this term, that is z into 1 plus 3i, that is 1 plus 3i z plus 6 into 3 minus of I. Okay, so here now let us divide numerator and denominator by 3 minus I. So we get 3 into z plus 2 into 1 plus 3i divided by 3 minus of I. Okay, and whole divided by 1 plus 3i divided by 3 minus of I, and into z plus 6 into 3 minus I divided by 3 minus I. Just here we have divided both numerator and denominator by 3 minus I. Okay, now here we have this 3 minus I get cancelled. Here we get 1. But we have to solve this one, that is 1 plus 3i into 3 minus I. Let us take this one as a start. Okay, now 1 plus 3i divided by 3 minus I. By rationalizing we get, it is 3 plus I into 3 plus I. So which is equal to, let us multiply 1, that is 3 plus I plus 9i and plus 3i square, which is minus of 3, divided by a minus b, a plus b, which is nothing but a square minus b square. A square is 9, minus of b square is I square, which is plus 1, plus 3 minus 3 get cancelled, 9i plus I, which is 10i divided by 10, 10 get cancelled, and which is equal to I. So the replace this 1 plus 3i upon 3 minus I by just I. Then we get, so star becomes W is equal to 3Z plus 2 into I divided by I into Z plus 6. So which is our required Mobius transformation. कालचा आन्सर हेच होतं का सेम? येस, आवाज येते का?
Yes, sir. Same.
Yes, sir.
So either we can use this definition or the previous definition, that is we have studied in last lecture. Okay, that is Z, Z1, Z2, Z3. Actually, it is a image of point Z1 under the Mobius transformation, yes, such that S of Z2 equal to 1, S of Z3 is 0, and S of Z4 will be equal to infinity. Having Mobius transformation is nothing but that formula, that is Z1 minus Z3 into Z2 minus Z4 divided by Z1 minus Z4 into Z2 minus Z3. By both the method, we get the same result. But here, the order of Z1, Z2 and Z3 will be important in both the cases. Okay, if we change the order, then we get a different answers. Okay. कुणाल काही डाउट एक्झाम्पल मध्ये?
No, sir.
Okay. Now there is one theorem. If Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4 are distinct points, if Z2, Z3 and Z4 are distinct points, and T is any Mobius transformation, then the cross ratio of Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4 is given by that is cross ratio is denoted by this symbol Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4, and which is given by T of Z, T of Z2, T of Z3, T of Z4. Okay, so if we have three distinct points in complex plane Z2, Z3 and Z4, and T is any corresponding Mobius transformation, then the cross ratio of the 4 points Z, Z2 and Z3, Z4 is given by T of Z, T of Z2, T of Z3 and T of Z. That is, it is also called as the cross ratio preserves under the Mobius transformation, or the Mobius transformation preserves the cross ratio. Mobius transformation preserves the cross ratio. Okay, so now we have to prove this one. That is the Mobius transformation. These 4 points Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4 is nothing but just the images of these 4 points Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4 under the Mobius transformation T. Okay, let us see. First, let us say yes be any Mobius transformation, and which is by the definition of cross ratio. Let yes be any Mobius transformation defined by S of Z is equal to Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4, which is just by the definition of cross ratio. So by definition of cross ratio, image of Z2 under the Mobius transformation S is 1, S of Z3 is 0, and S of Z4 is equal to infinity. S of Z4 is infinity, which is by definition of cross ratio. Now let us take TB, one another Mobius transformation such that T is defined by, let TB any other Mobius transformation, such that T of Z is nothing but W, T of Z2 is nothing but the W2, T T of Z3 is nothing but W3, and T of Z4 is, sorry, T of Z1 is nothing but Z2 is W2, T of Z4 is nothing but W of 4. Now there are two possibilities. If suppose this W, W2, W3 and W4 are equal to Z 1, 0 and infinity, that is W2, W3 and W4 are equal to 1, 0 and infinity, then both these transformations are same. Since RHS is same, then LHS must be same. Okay, so now depending on this definition, there are two cases arises. Okay, case 1, if W2 equal to 0, W2 equal to 1, W3 equal to 0 and W4 is equal to infinity, then the result will be obviously 2. Then result holds trivially. Since both the transformations are same here, and just we have to put the value of this 1, 0 and infinity as T of Z2, T of Z3 and T of Z4, and if we put this value in this one, then we get the corresponding our this value, that is key, this one, a cross ratio of these 4 points equal to this one. Okay, then the result holds trivially. Result holds trivially. Okay, now there is only one possibility. If W2 is not equal to 1, W3 is not equal to 0 and W4 is not equal to infinity. So now case 2 is if W2 is not equal to 1, W3 is not equal to 0 and W4 is not equal to infinity. Okay, now let us define one transformation M. Let us define M as composition of two transformation S and T inverse. Since T is a Mobius transformation, as it is a Mobius transformation, then it preserves its inverse Mobius transformation. Therefore, T inverse is also Mobius transformation, and we know that composition of two Mobius transformation is again a Mobius transformation. It means S composite T inverse is a Mobius transformation, that is M is a Mobius transformation. Now let us find out the value of M of W2, which is equal to M is nothing but S composite T inverse of W2, and which can be written as S of T inverse of W2. Okay, but the value of T inverse of W2 by definition, T inverse of W2 is Z2, which is S of Z2, but S of Z2 is nothing but 1. Okay, similarly M of W3 is nothing but S composite T inverse of W3, which is equal to S of T inverse of W3. T inverse of W3 is nothing but 0. Sorry, T inverse of W3 is nothing but Z3, and S of Z3 is nothing but 0. Now last, M of W4 is equal to S composite T inverse of W4, and which is equal to S of T inverse of W4, and which is nothing but S into T inverse of W4 is Z4, and S of Z4 is infinity. So here we get M of W2 as 1, M of W3 as 0, and M of W4 as infinity. Okay, now by definition of S and T, the M of W becomes M of W is nothing but W, W1, W2, W3. Sorry, W2 or W3 and W4 are the 4 distinct points. So here there is no point W1, W2, W3 and W4, which is just by the definition of our given S and T. Since M is nothing but S composite T inverse, then M of W becomes this one. But we have M as a S composite T inverse, and W is nothing but T of Z, W2 is nothing but T of Z2, W3 is nothing but T of Z3 and T. But let us write these values. W is T of Z, W2 is T of Z2, W3 is T of Z3, and W4 is T of Z4, which implies M of W becomes T of Z, T of Z2, T of Z3, T of Z4. ओके, तर आपल्याला प्रूव्ह काय करायचं होतं, मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन 4 पॉईंट Z, Z2, Z3, Z4 चं काय पाहिजे, T of Z, T of Z2, T of Z3 आणि T of Z4 पाहिजे होतं. म्हणजे RHS ला जे आपल्याला पाहिजे होतं ते आहे आपल्याला. फक्त LHS ला काय पाहिजे, Z, Z2, that is Mobius transformation of 4 points Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4. But W is nothing but T of Z. So M of T of Z is equal to T of Z into comma T of Z2 comma T of Z3 and comma T of Z4. So which implies, but yep is nothing but yes composite T inverse T of Z, and which is equal to T of Z comma T of Z2 comma T of Z3 and comma T of Z4. Okay, so yes composite T inverse, by definition of composition this becomes yes of T inverse of T of Z, and which is equal to T of Z comma T of Z2 comma T of Z3 comma T of Z. Now what is T inverse T?
Identity.
Identity transformation. And identity transformation with any, sorry, composition of any transformation with identity transformation is the corresponding transformation. So it is becomes yes composite I. Yes composite I, yes. So S of Z is equal to T of Z comma T of Z2 comma T of Z3 and comma T of Z. And that is we have to prove. So the given Mobius transformation preserves the cross ratio. That is, this Mobius transformation T preserves the cross ratio since it is equal to our cross ratio of 4 points Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4. But S of Z is nothing but Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4, and which is equal to T of Z, comma T of Z2, comma T of Z3 and which is comma T of Z. And that is we have to do. Is the required result. Okay, कुणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now the next theorem is let Z2, Z3 and Z4 are distinct points, and W2, W3 and W4 are also the distinct points. W2, W3 and W4 are also the distinct points. Then there is only one Mobius transformation. Yes, only one Mobius transformation. Yes, such that S of Z2 is equal to W2, S of Z3 is equal to W3, and S of Z4 is equal to W4. Okay, so here we have 6 points, that is Z2, Z3 and Z4 in domain which are distinct, and W2, W3 and W4 are our in codomain which are also distinct. Then we have to prove that there exists a uniqueness of Mobius transformation, yes, such that S of Z2 is equal to W2, S of Z3 equal to W3 and S of Z4 equal to W4. हे प्रूव्ह कसं करणार आपण? आणखीन एक मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन घेऊ, काहीतरी टी किंवा आर जे की सेम कर एलिमेंटला मॅप होते, आणखी त्यावरून आपण दाखवलं जर S is nothing but R, then we will prove the uniqueness. Okay, so let us start. Let T from extended complex plane C infinity to C infinity be a Mobius transformation such that T of Z becomes a cross ratio, that is Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4. Okay, just we have defined one function T of Z as Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4, but by definition of cross ratio this Z, Z2, Z3, Z4 becomes a cross ratio. Then by definition of cross ratio, what is the image of Z2 under T? T of Z2 is, what is T of Z2? क्रॉस रेशोची डेफिनेशन आठवते का? दिलेला मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन कोणती कंडिशन होल्ड करत होता? S of Z2 इक्वल टू
1 sir. 1.
1. T of Z3 is
0.
0 and T of Z4 is equal to
Infinity.
infinity. Similarly, define one more transformation M. Similarly, M is also a transformation which is defined from extended complex plane to extended complex plane and is another Mobius transformation. Another Mobius transformation such that M of Z is nothing but Z W2, W3 and W4. Again by the cross ratio, M of W2 becomes 1, M of W3 becomes 0 and M of W4 is nothing but infinity. Okay, since from our this definition W minus W1 into W2 minus W3 divided by W1 minus W2 into W3 minus W, which is same as our Z minus Z1 divided by Z1 minus Z2 into Z2 minus Z3 divided by Z3 minus Z. So either we can take W, W2, W3, W4 or Z, Z2, Z3 and Z4. There is no. Actually this one image of Z, na? So it becomes W. Okay. With M of W equal to 1, M of W3 equal to 0 and M of W4 equal to infinity. Now we will define one more transformation S, which is a composition of two transformation M inverse and T. So let us define S is a Mobius transformation which is composition of two transformation M inverse and T. Okay. Now let us find out the S of Z2. S of Z2 is nothing but M inverse composite T of Z2 and it becomes M inverse of T of Z2. But what is T of Z2? T of Z2 is nothing but
1.
1 and M inverse of 1 is
W2.
W2. Similarly, S of Z3 is nothing but M inverse of T of Z3 which is equal to M inverse of T of Z3 is 0 and M inverse of 0 is W3. And similarly, S of Z4 is equal to W of 4. Okay, so here we get our required transformation yes. Now it remains to prove the uniqueness. So here we have one transformation yes such that S of Z2 is W2, S of Z3 is W3 and S of Z4 is W4. जे की आपल्याला हे पाहिजे होतं. S of Z2 equal to W2, S of Z3 equal to W3 and S of Z4 equal to W4. पण अशी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ही एकमेव आहे ही आपलं प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे. त्यासाठी आपण आणखीन एक ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन R घेऊ जे की सेम पॉइंटला मॅप होते. दॅट इज लेट R बी अनदर Mobius transformation. Let capital R be another Mobius transformation such that R of Z2 is W2, R of Z3 is W3 and R of Z4 is W of 4. Okay, now if we prove S of S is nothing but R, then we get our required results. Now to prove that R equal to yes. Now here R and S both are the Mobius transformation, then the inverse of both the transformation will be possible. So consider S composite R inverse of W2 which is equal to S of R inverse of W2. What is R inverse of W2?
Z2.
Z2. And what is the value of S of Z2?
W2.
W2. Similarly, S composite R inverse of W3 equal to S of R inverse of W3. S of R inverse of W3. R inverse of W3 is Z3 and S of Z3 is W3. And lastly, S composite R inverse of W4 is equal to S of R inverse of W4 and which is equal to S of R inverse of W4 is Z4 and S of Z4 is W of 4. So here we get one Mobius transformation S composite R inverse which maps W2 to W2 and W3 to W3 and W4 to W4. Then by the definition of fixed point, which are the fixed point? Fixed point कोणते असतील? What is fixed point?
W2, W3, W4 fixed point
W2,
असतील.
W3 and W4 are the fixed points for which Mobius transformation?
S composite R
Yes,
inverse.
composite and R inverse. So the Mobius transformation. So the Mobius transformation S composite R inverse has three fixed points. तीन फिक्स्ड पॉइंट असतील एखाद्या मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनला तर काय होईल?
Identity transfer.
Then the S composite R inverse becomes a identity transformation, which implies S composite R inverse becomes an identity transformation. And if we apply the transformation on R, then we get it as a S is equal to R. So if S is equal to R, then this proves the uniqueness. This proves the uniqueness, and which implies hence there is a unique Mobius transformation, yes, unique Mobius transformation, yes, such that S of Z2 is nothing but W2, S of Z3 is W3, and S of Z4 is W4. And that is we have to prove, hence the required result. ओके, कुणाला काही डाऊट यामध्ये?
No sir.
ओके, जर मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन जर असेल आणखीन त्याला जर थ्री फिक्स्ड पॉइंट येत असतील तर ती करस्पॉन्डिंग मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ही आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होते, ही रिझल्ट आहे. जर इन्स्टेड ऑफ मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन मी कोणतीही जर एक ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन घेतली तर त्यासाठी हा रिझल्ट ट्रू होईल का? तर एखाद्या ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनला तीन किंवा तीन पेक्षा जास्त फिक्स्ड पॉइंट जर येत असतील तर ती करस्पॉन्डिंग ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ही मोबियस आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन बनेल. क्वेश्चन करते ना?
Yes sir.
मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन काय आहे? हे W इक्वल टू AZ प्लस बी अपॉन CZ प्लस डी अशा फॉर्म मध्ये जर माझी मोबियस दिलेली ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन असेल विथ धिस कंडिशन AD मायनस BC नॉट इक्वल टू 0 असं जर असेल तर जर या ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनला दोन पेक्षा जास्त, याचा अर्थ तीन किंवा तीन पेक्षा जास्त फिक्स्ड पॉइंट जर मिळत असतील तर माझी जी ही ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आहे ती काय होते? ही आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होते. ही ठीक आहे, हे रिझल्ट आपण प्रूव्ह केलं. पण इन्स्टेड ऑफ दिस मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन मी कोणतीही एक ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन लिनियर घेतली किंवा फक्त ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन जर घेतली आणखी त्याला जर तीन किंवा तीन पेक्षा जास्त जर फिक्स्ड पॉइंट येत असतील तर ती करस्पॉन्डिंग ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ही आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होईल का?
Yes sir.
नक्की का? एखादं एक्झाम्पल देऊ शकता? अशी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन सांगा ज्याला दोन पेक्षा जास्त फिक्स्ड पॉइंट मिळाले की ती आपोआप आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होईल. इथं गोष्ट वेगळी होती.
T of Z equal to Z.
T of Z इक्वल टू Z, ती ऑलरेडीच आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आहे, त्याला आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन करायची गरज कुठे? ऑलरेडी
Linear ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आहे ना सर?
लिनियर ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन असू दे की आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, एखाद्या ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनला तीन किंवा तीन पेक्षा जास्त जर फिक्स्ड पॉइंट येत असतील तर ती ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ही आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होते हे दाखवायचं आहे. तुम्ही जर आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनच एक्झाम्पल घेतला तर ती ऑब्व्हियसली आयडेंटिटीच राहणार आहे ना. आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनच आहे ना, घेतलेल्या पॉइंटला घेतली त्याच पॉइंटवर पाठवेल. याला सोडून एक्झाम्पल चेक करायचं आहे ज्याला तीन पेक्षा जास्त फिक्स्ड पॉइंट आले किंवा तीन फिक्स्ड पॉइंट आले तर ती अशी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन बनेल, म्हणजे प्रत्येक पॉइंटला ती त्याच पॉइंटवर मॅप करेल. Z² घेतलं तर बनेल किंवा Z³ घेतलं तर बनेल का? कारण तुम्ही जर झेडला लिनियर मध्ये जर ठेवला तर ती ऑब्व्हियसली या फॉर्म मध्येच येईल तुमची, लिनियर जर ठेवला तर, हो ना. फक्त तुम्हाला ABCD चे व्हॅल्यू इथं
Z² असेल तर सर इन्फिनिटी येते ना?
हा, त्याला त्याचे फिक्स्ड पॉइंट काय काय येते?
0 1 आणि इन्फिनिटी.
0 1 इन्फिनिटी म्हणजे याला 2 पेक्षा जास्त फिक्स्ड पॉईंट आहेत. पण ही ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आयडेंटिटी होते का? फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर तुम्ही झेड क्यूब घेतला, ओके, suppose f of z is equal to z cube and we have to find out all the fixed points of this transformation. कसं फाइंड आउट करणार आपण? समजा z इक्वल टू z क्यूब घेणार, तो हे काय येईल? z क्यूब मायनस ऑफ z इक्वल टू 0, which is nothing but z into z minus z square minus 1 and which is equal to 0, which implies z equal to 0 and z equal to plus or minus 1. म्हणजे याला किती फिक्स्ड पॉइंट आले माझे? 3 आहेत का? आहेत का? चेक करा. f of 0 0, f of 1 1, f of minus 1 minus 1. ओके, मग पण ही ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन ही आयडेंटिटी ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन आहे का? f of z इक्वल टू z क्यूब प्रत्येक दिलेल्या
No,
पॉइंटला
sir.
त्याच पॉइंटवर पाठवते का? ही f of 2 ला कुठे पाठवेल? 8 ला पाठवेल.
8.
म्हणजे आपला जो रिझल्ट आहे तो कशाच्या बाबतीत ट्रू आहे?
मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन.
मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशनच्या. जर मोबियस ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन सोडून तुम्ही जर डिग्री त्या झेडची जर वाढवली, कमी केली, काही केली तर तो रिझल्ट ट्रू होईल. ओके, कुणाला काही डाऊट आजच्या लेक्चरमध्ये?
नो सर.
ओके.